What's going on, sports fans? We welcome you back to the Canyon Side Cages for another edition of the San Diego High School Baseball Podcast Show. Background noise, clickbait, whatever you want to call it. Tommy Morris switching from hats this week to very trendy workout shorts.
Yeah, these are pretty cool. These are very cool. These are Nike, so not to brag.
I don't think that is a brag. I think most people can afford Nike. It's also one of our sponsors. This guy is Coach David Ring, a.k.a. Canyon Side Cages, a.k.a. the guy that predicted Eric Hosmer would be a Padre, and
Manny Machado.
Manny Machado could be a Padre, and we are all now reaping the benefits as an entire city of what this guy has achieved for all of us. So thank you very much, David. This is also Dave's place of business, the Canyon Side Cages, where you can come learn how to be a good hitter, learn how to be a moderately better pitcher, or maybe I was just bad at pitching and you did all you could with me. Either one of those. So we got a whole bunch of stuff in store for you. Tommy's going to be talking about King of K's a little bit later. Dave, as always, has a great amount of walk-offs, dingers, Apo Tacos, yard works.
Gotta get that I Throw Chairs shirt.
I mean, we'll get to that. I was setting you up for the dingers.
You gotta get one of those, guys. If you're on the King of K's,
yes.
those shirts are fire.
Speaking of fire, every single week, all the teams in San Diego have decided to take the little pieces of paper that we write the top 10 down on and light them on fire because nobody has decided to really stand out other than Eastlake is pretty darn good. You know, LCC is good. Like, there's a couple of teams up there in that upper echelon, Poway, RB, but nobody is just dominating this year, and not even a pack of people dominating. It's been all sorts of chaos. If you want to see the SD Prep Insider one, go on our Instagram, and you can now just swipe up for. That's all I have to say there. Dave, you've already been swiping up for a couple of years, man, but if you want to go ahead and give us your top 10.
Yeah, sounds good. I got Helix at 10 right now. Torrey Pines is going to get in there at number 9. They're a really strong team. They still have 9 losses, but I like them in the top 10. Madison, number 8. Sage Creek, 7. Classical Academy, 6. I think one of my biggest surprises right now, I got number 5, Point Loma. They're now 18-4.
Charger, man.
That's crazy.
Pointers.
LCC 4, RB 3, Eastlake number 2 this week for me. And
so if you're doing the quick math, who is missing?
number 1, I got Poway.
Oh!
They're edging out
I don't know why I'm that
Eastlake
surprised. I don't know why I'm that surprised.
just
by
a
that.
little
They're really
bit this week. Like you said, no real true number 1, but
really weird, man.
Poway is super strong. I want to give them some love and put them in the number 1 for a week here. See how they do.
Hey, I'm fine with that. Like I said, you can go on to SD Prep Insider to check out what the collective minds of San Diego Prep Insider come up with.
And I would say this, I mean, we just went over the top 10 there, but this open division is going to be so fun this year because there is no true number 1 this year. There's about 8 teams that are good enough, so this is going to be a very, very fun tournament.
Dude, I'll even argue that even D1 is going to be overwhelmingly more entertaining than it's been in the last 5 years. Yep. It's going to be a great year of playoffs, and that's just in the top division. And I say top only numerically because I know there's great teams in all the other divisions, and we can start in the next couple of weeks to actually have a solidified picture of where the playoffs are going, and it's going to be a lot of fun to start to dial in that, this team, they're getting a home game, they're getting a road game. I promised King of K's would be addressed because we have a historic candidate, Trevor Elliott, running this week. He is currently climbing up the all-time CIF leader career strikeout list. Question is he this week's King of K, Tommy?
Yes.
Nice.
Elliott, Empire. Also, he's on my fantasy team. So
That's
go ahead and
nasty.
vote for that.
And he throws chairs officially.
Cheers.
He officially throws chairs. Congratulations, Trevor Elliott. This kid plays at Mountain Empire. Definitely going to want to give him a check. And he's a junior right now, so look, it's one of those things that you don't get a lot of opportunities to see a ton of high school records being broken, in real time. It's a lot of that home run record is just going to be left by that major leaguer for 20 years untouched. Like that strikeout record, and in the last couple of years we've seen Antonio Garcia throw a perfect game, the first one in playoff history in the San Diego section. Now we're seeing a pitcher breaking records. All I have to say is that, pitchers are looking pretty good, Dave. Question is, how's the offense looking? That's why we got a segment called Dave's Dingers, where you highlight some of the best home run hitters, some of the biggest home run hitters, or some of the most impressive, just general upper deckers. I'd like to get the little tally.
That's a good word. I didn't put that one in my.
So what do you got for Dave's Dingers this week?
Words with friends. All right, I got Anthony Hall, Point Loma. He's got 3 no-doubters this year. Noel Perez, a guy we forget to mention a lot, Otay Ranch. He's got 7 dongs, man. This guy hits mammals.
Is it no doubter the most disrespectful hit you can get in baseball?
It's the coolest.
Yeah,
That was
It's
that.
definitely a fun hit, right? Let's see, Jake Woltman, home run. For LCC, Austin Machado. He's got a jack, also LCC last week here. Jackson Castillo, RB. He's got a tater against Mount Carmel. CCA, this guy, Walker Matthews, Mano Grand Salami against Mission Hills.
So not just a grand salami, but
No.
a Mano grand salami. Deal.
I had to make sure I used 2 big words in that one. That's how big it was. Fallbrook's Tristan Smith, big fly, and that completes the list. Lots of fun words this week.
Another offensive category that you have become the champion of is the walk-offs. And I hear that one of those walk-offs this week includes just some bros from Sage Creek.
Got 2 more walk-offs this week.
All right.
Sage Creek walked off against Mission Hills. Aaron Plasic with the walk-off.
That's big. That's real big.
Big win.
Sage Creek just keeps avoiding that trap game. They keep avoiding that trap game. They might be someone that we're forgetting to put in that conversation of the best team.
Walk-offs are such an energy booster. It's crazy.
All right, you got to walk. We'll go walk off.
You got one?
You got Country Day over Santa Fe Christian?
I don't have that one.
Country Day over Santa Fe Christian.
Oh, nice.
I know you'd be following Country
Tories.
Day, so for sure.
Yep.
Thanks I missed that one. And then Torrey Pines beat Carlsbad 1-0 in 8 innings. Liam Brogan scored on a walk-off, wild pitch, pass ball, whatever you want to call it. Pretty exciting game.
Who do you give credit for that? The kid or the third base coach? Or I think the kid you gotta just go, right? You gotta be on instinct.
You gotta go. If you're on third base,
Well, you give it to the third base coach because the third base coach coached him up well enough in practice
to
know instinctually, okay, I go in this
good
situation.
secondary, you're going.
What field was this at again?
I don't have that.
Okay. Trying to think of how deep the back spot would have been.
But that's a big reason why Torrey Pines is in my top 10 now. So
Torrey Pines Carlsbad. I think was that Carlsbad?
Carlsbad's a short backstop. Torrey Pines is a long backstop.
All right, perfect.
that might tell you the answer. All right, you want me to do game balls real quick? You want to go to
Tommy, do you have game balls?
Yeah, I got
All right,
some
we'll
game
go
balls.
meet and we'll let you close out.
All right.
In that game, at the Torrey Pines team, we just mentioned Carson Williams for Torrey Pines. 8-inning shutout. Because he had to pitch that extra inning as well. 8-inning shutout and then 1-0
Cliff
win.
game right there, huh?
Good game.
Nice.
You mentioned
Nice.
Fallbrook kid. I'll mention another one. Josue Navarro with a home run from Fallbrook. His numbers, that's number 7 on him for the year in their 6-4 win over San Pasqual.
That one's big because San Pasqual beat them earlier that week, and those are league games. That keeps Fallbrook narrowly alive in that race.
How about a sophomore, guys? Max Shabestari from Patrick Henry. Home run, 5 RBI game. He went 3 for 3 also on the day against San Diego. And my last one, Carson Hamro from RBV, a complete game shutout with 10 strikeouts over El Camino.
Very, very nice. I'd like to point out that Valhalla just keeps on scoring huge. They have a team dynamic right now with that offense, the way that it is rolling, that I think Valhalla could be the biggest threat out of a lower seeded team. Like they have the wiggle room that they can live by the hits, die by the hits, and I think
They've got like 16, 15 wins, something like that.
yeah. And if you
Rolling.
put them at even like at a 4 or 5 or a 6 seed, man, that offense has shown all sorts of we can get it done against anybody, anytime in big fashion. So big win for them, 14-1 over Monte Vista this week. Ramona is another one that they keep flexing that offensive muscle. 16-1 over Mission Vista. Ramona, you've had Derek Diamond on your dingers a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Man, they started out stumbling out of the gates this season, but they have been closing very, very hard. I want to give game ball out to Hoover for a 9-4 win. Hooride over rival Crawford. It's a big win there for Hoover. Mission Hills 7-4 over Katy Crest. They're another one. That series is flip
I was
flopping.
gonna do some sort of Mission Hills jump off of that one. Like a hoorah. I'm gonna make one up for you guys.
They've got something for you.
Mountain Empire 26, Rock Academy 3. Just wanted because we talked so much about Trevor Elliott, got to talk about the offensive side of Trevor Elliott and all the run support that team gets. And then finally, Mira Mesa 2, Coronado 1. Mira Mesa is another one kind of like Valhalla, where wherever they end up in the playoffs, seeding-wise, I just look at them and I go, man, that team, they've shown they can win in close games. They've shown they can win in big situations. Big threat. Dave,
Fear the Mecca.
what do you got for game balls?
Speaking of who ride,
Nice.
Mario Macias, 60 Ks in 43 innings. So that's kind of on the close to the Trevor, Elliott level. But just wanted to highlight him. Another pitcher, Carter Foss, Scripps Ranch. He's got 5 wins. He had a big win over Cathedral recently. Scripps Ranch is rolling this year. They got the chance to
Seriously,
win
though.
league. And
They're in the driver's seat for winning.
really close it out. It's been impressive. Jamar Mack, High Tech High, Chula Vista. He's got a 440 batting average still at this point in the season. That's really
They
impressive.
need to do something with that offense. They need to go on a run this year.
Eli Reto.
Yep.
Eli Reto, 507
Fine.
batting average, 36 hits. Let me just give you an idea what 36 hits is like,
It's
guys.
insane.
That means he's got at least 1 hit every game, 2 hits in multiple games, and you're only playing 25 games at this point, right? That's incredible. CCA, really good hitter on their team right here. Game ball to you. Congrats on your successful season so far.
Hell yeah.
And CCA does good.
Very much
Seriously.
so. Very
no,
much
if
so.
you're hitting 507 against all those tough teams, that's
That's no
gotta
joke.
tell you something.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of our show, where we remind you, as always, to send in your clips at SD Prep Insider.
Canyon Side Cages on Instagram, at David Ring4 on Twitter.
At Real Tommy Morris.
Not real Tommy Morris. If you
Not
want to
FA
talk-
Tommy Morris, at Real Tommy Morris.
Talk some junk to me. I'm over that.
Yeah, send in your strikeouts, send in your extra base hits, doubles, triples.
And your hate mail.
You send in your hate mail. Let us know. Oh, join us on Sided for all the debates for league. We're also going to start doing, who do you think is the Silver Slugger, best hitter, best fielder, best pitcher type awards too for this season. So we will see you next week, sports fans.